So some of you have asked me if YouTube is my only job or like what's going on with all that stuff. And although my channel certainly has been growing a lot recently, I do still actually have a regular big boy job. Without getting into too much detail, I work in the IT department of a pretty big pharmaceutical company in Tokyo. Now, if that sounds glamorous to you, you would be completely wrong. I mean, thankfully now I'm at a stage in my career where I don't have to talk to users personally, but as you'll hopefully come to learn from watching this video, working entry-level IT is maybe the most soul-crushing, put your brain directly into a blender thing you can do. I mean, really, the people I've met after doing this for, I guess, what, like 6 years now? You wouldn't believe. Like, how are these people real people? So this one time I was talking to someone over the phone, which by the way, is just the worst thing. I mean, maybe this is just personal to me, but like, I don't even like talking on the phone to anyone ever anyway, but having to try and fix someone's computer over the phone is just my own personal bad place. This user was complaining about, you know, like this thing is slow or that thing won't open or like whatever it was. So I'm trying to walk him through the things he needs to check or turn this off or enable this setting or like whatever. Now, as you probably guessed, nothing is working at all, which of course means it's my fault because everyone expects us to just be some kind of computer Jesus and just wave our magic wand and bang, Lazarus back from the dead. So I tell him, okay, let's start from the beginning. Just open the program. And he says, what program? The program we've been talking about for at least an hour now. Oh, that's not on this computer. What? The program you're having trouble with isn't even installed on the computer? No, this is someone else's computer. I just thought, you know, you could fix it anyway. I mean, you're the IT guy, right? What? Yeah, so he thought I could fix any problem from any computer anywhere, which I mean, hey, I appreciate your confidence in me and all that, but like sometimes I put on different colored socks by accident, so let's just dial it back a bit, okay? Another thing that happens way more often than it should is people will call in with an issue, and as you're trying to tell them what they need to do, because you know, chances are you've run into the same issue like 27 bajillion times in the last week. Anyway, so you start telling them exactly what they need to do, and they suddenly like second guess everything you're saying, like, okay, do this. No, that didn't work. Now, see, this is something that should take like several minutes to do, you see? But I'm like, you done already? That was fast. No, I just don't think it's gonna do anything. It doesn't sound like it'll solve my problem. You don't think it's gonna you called me! And now you're trying to tech support my tech support? Are you just bored? Do you need a friend? But maybe. No, definitely. The most bizarre story I have is this one lady and her email problem. So I get a call from some manager lady somewhere and she says, my email is broken. Now, this could mean literally anything. I mean, one thing you learn really quickly from working with users is they have no idea what anything is or how to describe anything whatsoever. My email is broken could be anything from my computer is a little bit slow to I stubbed my toe this morning and now my foot hurts. Literally anything. I go down to her floor and see what I could do. Now she tells me, again, that her email is broken. I go on her computer and try and open Outlook, but it's not on her computer anyway. I should probably clarify this point here. The company uses only Microsoft products, so like Outlook email is the company email. Just so we're clear on things. Where's your email? It's over there, she says, and she points to her printer. Now, as you might imagine, I'm a little confused on this one because that's the printer. Yeah, and it won't print my emails. Okay, I see, but you don't even have the company's email on your computer, so like what emails are you printing exactly? Ugh, just go ask Janet. Fake name, by the way, because I don't really remember what their names were, and I've been watching a lot of The Good Place recently, so we're just gonna go with Janet. So I go over to Janet and ask what's the deal with the other lady's emails. Oh yeah, they won't print, she says to me. Now, as you can imagine, I'm still completely baffled by everything that's happening right now. I asked Janet what the heck is even going on, as she relays to me the most amazingly just ridiculous story. So apparently this manager doesn't know how to use email or really computers at all whatsoever. And she wasn't even all that old, like maybe like 40s or so. But anyway, so this manager would ask Janet to print out every email meant for her. And the manager lady would then handwrite her responses to each and every one, give them back to Janet, who would then type them into actual email and then send them away. And no one seems to think that this was abnormal in any way. Ha! Of course the manager handwrites her emails. Why wouldn't she? Is she Amish? Does she come to work on a horse? Does she have 10 kids all named Ezekiel for some reason? Anyway, the actual problem was that the printer was out of ink. That's it. So when she said, my email is broken, she actually meant the printer is out of ink because I print out all my emails and handwrite the replies. Like what? Yeah, so if you're thinking of maybe going into IT as a career, don't. I mean, this is like supervillain origin story level of just like soul-suckingness. I always hear people joke about losing faith in humanity and, dude, I am way